Hello and welcome back to Geek Feng Shui. I'm your host and game master, Bob Sellers Jr. As usual, shout out to our friends at Catacomb Brewing. Your Casa Mantorville was over there just last night for some fun Dungeons and Dragons. Great crowd, room full of people having fun. Also under pressure brewing in Golden Valley, South by Southeast and Pioneer venues of similar family, pet friendly, fun friendly, chillaxation friendly, not dank dark sports bars whatsoever. These are designed for true family fun. Whether you bring the fun, find the fun, bring the food, find the food, or just hang out and try what they have for a tap or in cans and soda, milk, juice, and other beverages. Check them out. Check out my books at sellersjr.com and overall website at geekfangshui.com, and of course this channel, which please leave a like, subscribe, and set the bell accordingly, even if it's just a like. That's greatly appreciated. So this is Death Knell, where you start as the undead. The reason I'm here tonight is because I've leveled this character. It's a long story, I'll get into in a second. In all three starting areas, I cleared out the Tauren area after their starting area, and I just got done clearing out the Thrall starting area. I didn't make videos because I've done that ad nauseum in other videos, but I've yet to level a character through the undead area after the starting area because I just didn't care for it. I thought I'd give it a fair shake. But I'm doing so on my Warlock, which is currently level 13 and over a half. And the other reason for that is I want to go to Silverpine Forest and then go to the Barrens to compare the two areas. When I started this out, I followed my principle of leveling in the starting area for the troll. I was on my way over here, or over to the Tauren area with the Warlock before this one, and I had my little imp out, and I forgot that imps draw attention, and the Tauren boys ran me down, so I had to restart again, and went through that, leveled here, leveled there, leveled in the Tauren area to make it across Gold Road, and I ran into a couple of the butcher moments. If you're not familiar with Diablo series at all, there's a boss by the name of the Butcher, not to be confused with the guy that sells meat in this game, that can appear in any dungeon anywhere and will ruin your day. When you're playing Care Bear, it's not as big a deal as if it's hardcore, because you will not be prepared for him until he's suddenly there. And once he has, you will get PTSD from him. Anyway, the Butcher effect here is where they plant mini bosses in with regular. Now, it doesn't mean that they're bosses, it just means that they're 2 or 3 levels higher than you might expect. Some of the actual marked bosses can have silver or gold dragons around their picture, which will be indicative of whether or not they're tougher than most. Gold dragons typically are 3 to 5 levels higher than the ones around them. Silver dragons can be the same level, if not a couple levels higher. And then there's just some that are just higher level that are meant to be there. Now, with that being all said, I've talked about when you look for chests and things, be careful where you're at, because you can pull a bunch of crap. There's traps. One, for instance, is in the Marine Fort, in the Tauren, or the Troll area, where there's a boss up there, but it's a room full of other things that you have to pull out, and you can easily get overwhelmed. The other thing in Tornland is a mine where you have to go to the boss, and it's full of stuff we've seen in some of my videos. Today I found out one that I helped to explain some situations we ran into that were weird, in that there's a thing called layering that they do with the game. What layering does is an area like this where there's a bunch of people, each of us may be at a different level than those around, so you won't see other people on other levels, just the people on your level. And I've been noticing, since I'm by myself most of the time, I run into other people, there's little hitches, that are like pauses in the game that happen, and I think it's because we're blending levels or something. Well, today I was going into Skull Rock, and to get the thing for the big bruiser of my minion there, and these two guys came out, 2 players, and they'd killed everything in there, so I thought, that's great, I'll sneak in and get it. Well, I got in, and halfway through, and all of a sudden, everything reappeared at once. I'm not normally the respawn is as they have been killed, they'll respawn. No, this is everything appeared at once. So it's like poof, and I made it out just by the chin of my chinny chin chin, literally. But that is a danger you run into with layering. Is apparently I was mixed in with their layer when they came out, or they were mixed in with mine, and then I'm assuming I got mixed in with theirs, and then when they got far enough away, I dropped the layer to my own, and guess what? All the bad things were still there. So that's another thing to watch out for. I still call it the butcher effect. So what we're going to do is, let's say you just got done with your character leveling, and you're level 6, or 5, or 4. I mean, I've watched too many people go off and do things without leveling up. And again, if you're playing Care Bear, it's not a big deal. But in hardcore, yeah, you're screwed. Because the game is designed to be above your level. Obviously, I'm above that, which, if my humorous as I do Weird Wild Westerns in my books, and anybody who's studied history of gunfights in the West will tell you there's no such thing as a fair gunfight. You'll do everything to your advantage, whether it's distracting the other gunfighter or whatnot, or just ambushing them. The game does not have fair. So I've not really done much of this area, basically because I don't know anything really of it. It's been eons since I leveled a undead character all the way through this level. I usually have gone over and done the undead or the other races that were horde. And so yeah, we're gonna come down here like we're coming out. I've already done the quest that brought you a little ton of Brill. And then you're gonna come out here. The thing to remember when you're doing these areas is there's quest givers that will give you quests. In my level so high, I don't even think I see the question marks on them. Or not question marks. Quest, but I know this guy gives a quest. So his first quest, let's see what quest I've left over. Festival of Grades. To the west. So they're going to have us go west here. And you see the wildlife is level 6 demons. I'm a skinner and an herber in this case. Now you can skin stuff outside the starting area, and believe it or not, some of the snakes in the area inside can be skinned if somebody else kills them. So this is a whole little farmstead. We're supposed to steal pumpkins. Now I've seen a lot of deaths come from these farmers. Entirely sure. And again, this isn't really a fair representation because I'm much higher than they are on purpose. Because my real goal is to do all these quests and then go to Silver Pond, which is the Baron's version of. There it is. It's so dark in here, I can't see the edge. So I'm sure I'll miss some quests I just don't see because I haven't had to go yet. And I know there was some when I came through, so I know I will see some. There's Peace Bloom in here. So these guys. The farmhands that cause wreak havoc with people who have to go steal pumpkins. Generally, they won't bother me much. Well, let's see, they see the demon. That's not to say. I'm not just going to sit there and let them beat up on you. Thing I also remember when you come back to these areas where you're higher, it's not so much what you kill that gives you credit or XP necessarily, it's the quests. They still give XP. May not be a lot, but by doing them, you'll give yourself just a little bit here and there, enough to build up. And they link out. So like when I go to Crossroads now, I have two different paths that come to it. One from the Torrent area, and one from the, like for want of a better term, it's I call it Patrol area. Or Orc. This is my character's Orc. I went with Orc rather than Undead. That was also funny as I got a water breathing potion. So when I did from the wreck, it's so much different doing that quest where you can breathe underwater. It's hilarious. And yeah, I'm used to getting, I don't want to say a panic attack, but watching that blue lifeline. Because I got distracted one day with a character. So the doorbell ringing and answering it and stuff, and I fumbled and my character drowned. So yes, you can drown. Also, bags drop from these guys, as well as occasionally plans from stuff an enchanter along the way has gotten like 4 plans. I did want to give a shout out to a character. I won't give out his BNet name because I'd be nice to her or him. I couldn't. I don't know if it's he or she. But the character is Buol. Helped me out with the Skull Rock. That is definitely not something you want to do solo, in my opinion. There's just too much, particularly for Warlock. So we got her 10. And I don't know if there's any other quests because I probably won't see the quest market there is. I may have to come back and do a character from scratch. Will not be a Warlock for this area. Let's see, is there anything else? There's a castle up here. Let's go take a look and see what's up. I think I have to go to Brill. And a pro tip for Warlocks is you cannot do the drain soul on something that's gray. It will not give you a thing to create the minion or your life still. Memory serves me correctly. I remember some of this. There's a castle you have to go to up here. Up to later quest. We'll go on and see what else other quests we get. But bear in mind, I've leveled through all of Torrent area, did all the quests there. Did not see Ghost Wolf, but I got the bird that's the silver dragon. There's something about the demon minion that attracts them because I can come through here on a character that's not a warlock and be the same level, and they go to. I think it has something to do with demon minion. This area leads to Silver Pine, which is somewhat equivalent to the Barrens. Then you go into areas that are more mixture, you'll find more alliance in those areas. So on a PvP server back in the day, it was a very dicey situation. You Up here you have the let's see, Silverpine Forest, Alterac, South Shore. I hope to go see because that place drove me crazy with Horde that using an exploit. I'm not going to say cheating because I spent considerable time showing. I'd log tickets and the GMs would say, "Well, show us," and they would log in and watch, and I'm sure they laughed. But there was an air step above the mailbox in South Shore, and so what the Horde would do to us being Alliance, is they get on all of the characters on top of one or two, enough to summon on top of the barn when we couldn't get to them. And they would shoot us with artillery with hunters and casters and stuff, and they'd wipe out the whole town. It was bad. Anyway, I happened to watch them one time, and I thought, well, this is how they do it. So I showed them. In a later release of one of the expansions, they blew up South Shore. I don't know if they couldn't fix it, what happened, but in that expansion, South Shore was a ruin. But you could go back into a time travel dungeon or instance and see it as the way it was, as part of the Familiar Horde Alliance. So it was kind of fun. One thing you quickly notice between Alliance and Horde is that there's always been the supposition that the game favors a Horde. And you can argue it to and fro ad nauseum about it, but the Alliance forts and towns are far more exposed than the Horde. And I can speak to that a little bit because later on when I played Horde and got all my characters at max level, I would go literally, it's not necessarily ganking necessarily, but I go into where there's, well, some people would probably call it ganking. But I would go into where they have the Alliance fort, and I would hire, oh, this is the clothing trainer.
Hello?
Let's see, I think I'm going to eat a Halloween thing. You can do get that from my cloth maker. I don't think she has that.
Trust no one.
What is it?
I'll send that to Zoom. There's a big guy, one who runs around with a quest. Let's see who that is. Who am I supposed to bring this back? Oh, and Brill. So everything heads to Brill. Brill is the little niche town. Each area has one. Then from there, you do all your quests, which leads you to, I think it's Silverpine. In my research, Silverpine is level 10 to 20-ish, whereas the Barrens are 10 to 24-ish. See the big guy, there's a he is an NPC that lumbers along. I think he's on the other side of the bridge somewhere. Can't miss him. When I came over here as Alliance and was whacking things. Because that is part of the problem with the retail version, is you run out of things to do and you just turn into the gankers. What I would do for fun is I had 3 rogues that were max level. So I'd go and you can log out of the game. So I go into the fort, I start killing things, and I log out of one area and have my rogue in another area, log back in and start killing things there. Well, you could see the guards and the Alliance coming over to respond to it. But by then I logged out and logged into a third rogue in a different area, so I had a running around. Crazy. Killing off the NPCs and yeah, some other players over there. Unlike some people who do that for hours, I just did it for a little while for fun. Because eventually they call in the high levels and then I just log out and log in as my alliance just to say, what was that? And listen to all the chatter about the stupid rogues. Pretty soon you had all high level alliance running around looking for these rogue or rogues. Sometimes I didn't know it was 3 different ones. Which was fun. To me anyway.
This had better be good.
Right, so he tells you what that lumbering giant is. Come back. I think I have to come back this way. A lot of the quests that you get over in the Barrens will bring you to Silverfire. Talk to one of the people at the flight point there. And I've gone north of an area. It's like going to Ashenvale or some of those other areas you go into in the Barrens that are much higher level. You don't want to go there until you're ready to go there. Yeah, every time I've been riding down this road, I see that giant. Oh, there he is. And again, when you're doing this in areas where you're above the level, you can do quests, and you'll get the XP that quest. You might not get much, if any, XP for killing things, because they're so much lower by the time you're at that level doing them. But it's not so much that as you're setting yourself up to follow this train quests that bring you to different places. So eventually when I go back to Crossroads, I'll have 2 quests to turn in 2 different directions. This is Brill. There's a guy I thought maybe in here.
Speak quickly.
Use mushrooms.
Watch your back. This had better be good. Dark Lady, watch over you. Our time will come. Victory for Sylvanas.
Delivered to Silverpine, that's because I'm such high enough level, I can just take this run off to Silverpine if I wanted to. I don't have to do this. So that's my ticket to when I wanted to do a few quests here. Show you different areas. This is the end. This looks a lot more like Alliance than the other areas do. Oh, there's quests. And you can do trick or treating. I've trick and treated.
I'm listening. Beware the living. Goodbye.
There's where all your trainers are. If you didn't play Alliance, you wouldn't know how much of a...
Hello? I haven't got all day. Dark Lady, watch over you.
I mean, they're all similarly flavored quests. There's Demon Trainer, the Warlock.
And you are... Victory for Sylvanas.
Be quick about your business.
Grimoires. So if you use an imp,
Remember,
you'll have phase shift.
discipline.
Yep, you will summon that. Waiting for the Void Walker. So now he's out of phase. Oh, I didn't lose my crystal. Oh, no, I did. I'm just missing the loser now. These are all the trainers are. Sometimes they hide quests, and this is exactly how I don't know. I gave it to the prisoner that turned him into a ghoul, apparently. I think there's quests inside. Main hall.
Hello. Trust no one.
I think that's all for the moment. I may be missing some I don't see because they're such low level. I'm not sure how that works exactly.
I'm listening. Beware the living.
So let's see what we got here. So Moonflug is Darkon blood, which where is the explosion? Must be those phones that are all over the place. So we'll catch those as we go. Yeah, so that's that tower we're just at, so we're gonna go that way. Along the way we'll catch up on some islands. I'm sure. Let's go check and see if there's anything. Particularly in hardcore, if you don't know an area, sometimes it's better to do it this way. You bring some character that can theoretically survive. I bet there's an instance at some point you can get into there. That was the thing about the original release of WoW. There was a lot of, I don't want to say unfinished stuff that was saved for later. Give you a chance to find that big ogre guy. A lot of people I don't think realize you can get skinning and urbane riding right away if you have these 10 copper, I think it is, and the trainer. You can't do it in the starting area, but you can go out get it, do it right away after you get out of it. I was talking about inside the starting area. The exception to that appears to be those snakes and other things running around. I found something like a skin in the starting area that somebody else had killed. I tried doing that myself and it didn't work, so I don't know what that is. Logic lies in the game. . I did, or I have seen a video where it said the hardest classes to play are the Warlock and the Hunter, basically, because of the pet situation. But what happens when the pet goes away? I can't argue with that, but it also means that you have to really practice doing with your Hunter Warlock thing about the minion. Not relying, because the Voidwalker really doesn't necessarily kill stuff, it just keeps stuff busy. And on the level I've reached, I can, it's like a built-in tank. It's not invaluable. I've run into situations where I pull something I shouldn't have, move right through it. There's one bottle. Oh, we do have dust bat pelts. Went over and did the island of I hate control area. And it was fun with this fear. I was able to keep the boss. The antelope had a running around with this guy. There was somebody else that had joined up in a party, and I don't think they knew which target to attack because they were all running around. It was Benny Hill theme. Benny Hill's theme. It's hilarious. missionaries even are. You gotta start watching your bags because things will pile up. Hurry, and you know what you can get rid of it isn't going to give you much return on money. Got something up and fear it, you will kill it. Because it runs around and then it's behind. So you still need dust cobweb, I think. So let's see if dust can get out. Using a wand is not done. Those in 5 seconds, I like a trick or treat. It was funny in heck because I was going through Ogrimmar and I saw this human 35 unless it don't they attack me. Mine's here? Well, it's because it's a Halloween station. Because sometimes when you trick or treat, it turns you into their faction. Oh wow, I was a gnome. It's kind of cute. See, it's so dark here, and it's hard to see stuff. So we want to go the other way. This might seem the long way of doing it, and it is. So it's Your goal is to rush through and challenge yourself by being the lowest level you can to get stuff done, then by all means. But then you end up in the death list for various reasons. There's the brute. I said he's hard to miss. Broomweed. I'm gonna go back to town here and grab some inventory space. I've been selling most everything to get the silver for leveling. It does get more and more expensive. And I am fortunate. Here's Moonweed, so I do see it. It's a quest item. You know? I see it because I am a herbalist. Oh, he collects the groomweed if you don't get it. So it's a race. I got it. That's pretty slick. Where is... top of it? Oh. Must have missed it, and he caught it. So that's the way we're gonna play this. All right. What do do with the groomweed? Grill graveyard. It's kind of fun. Oh, yeah, go get these, by the way. I take them too. So. Explains why he's off wandering. But yeah, the gold road is Achilles' heel of my leveling plan because there's 3 key things that can kill you on that road. If you're going from Orgrimmar to Crossroads, by the bridge that crosses, there is a little warthog guy that's level 10 sometimes. I've seen the high as 10. as low as, or as high as 11, low as 10. And he killed me off because I go, oh, he's just red. Oh, yeah, he's red and attacked and killed me. I was level 1 when I was coming across. Once you pass Crossroads and on the way out to that camp, next flight point, there is pets of coal cars that go across, and they're mounted, so you can't outrun them. You have to watch for them. And again, I've managed to dodge them, but my minion was out of it, as you've seen. Even at my level, where they don't aggro to me, they aggro to the minion. So, take advantage of our little mushroom
I
farm
have
here.
exactly what you need. Farewell.
I could clean up more space, but so what do I do in the graveyard? Oh, Astro. Seeing one of these buildings. Okay.
They'll all be mine in the end.
What I do need.
What is it? Remember, patience.
I only do trolls blood. I like it.
Victory for survivors.
So what the troll's blood, which I already had some of, is regenerates health. Not because of when you're in areas of concern, because although you can't so north of the graveyard, we shall go then. There's gnomes. These with gnomes. Normally there's a in the engine area you'd think there would be. There's Halloween decorations are not here. Let's see, it's not the quest go back up for some reason. That's here. What I'm going to do here is get rid of the mild spices. Those are for put this up. Food I don't need. I may regret that at some point. Sometimes you can jump the level. Yeah, tip of the day is if you're an herbalist, you're going to likely see these a lot easier than you would otherwise, I bet. Ooh, got to kill some of these. I mean, these areas are equal to what level you should be, I will do. Yep. It'll give me a herbalism boost. Sucks, but it's supposed to. Herb. I could make us have my camera so zoomed out too. That's hard to see stuff. I'd like to be warned of ending attack. It's another person trying to ninja. I don't know if they're really trying to ninja or they just think, hey, I can get this before this guy gets it. That's a my minion. He gets his claws into you, you are toast. So the minute I get this last one, it'll just, I'm sure they'll disappear. Yeah. And voila. I got 10 of them. So now I just have to kill off. but this is a boss I need to do eventually. Mhm. Let's go back to grave robbers. Remember how annoying this was now that I think about it, because at some point they shipped from grave robbers to gnolls. It's subtle, you can't tell the difference. All of a sudden you're not around anymore. The closer you get to the cemetery. Alright, so back we go this way. Well, there's a whole village of them. Yeah. So what I'll do with my new characters, as you've seen, is I'll go get the skills, even though they can't do it in starter, but once you put out, they can. And a lot of people, I don't think, realize that. Well, let's see what they do.
The shadows beckoned. The dead shall serve.
Must be them. I can go trick or treat. Guess we'll do that. I'll eat up the last of my apple. There's an apple thing you can bob in. If I mean, like, okay.
And you are? Trust no one.
No kidding. So I need to get horse thread.
Be quick about your business. Beware the living.
Here, I'm going to turn this quest also to it. Upstairs. That's the problem we have is that sometimes we run into a two-level
What
place.
do you require? Embrace the shadow.
So you can see I've getting marks. I'm getting experience from the quests.
I'm listening.
Yeah, it can be a female's role. You can keep those and sell them or use them. I don't know how I should see if they're sold them. They're kind of fun. It's holiday, they try to get the holiday stuff going. But it's all fun.
What now? Dark Lady, watch over you. Trust no one. Beware the living. Our time will come.
I haven't got all day. Watch your back.
So let's see what we got here. What? Into Undercity. Agamon Yachts. So I'm wondering if that, since I don't see it on my map, it's up over here. I'm going to find out. Oh, Agamon News is this way. That's good to know. It does get brighter, or you can see easier once you get to Silver Pine Forest. Egmont Mills is, seems like it's up that road up there, where we were heading to. Way back when. I'm guessing by the time I get done with this, I'll be looking 14 and a half or 15, and then I'll get into Silver Pond. For that, and that area is much like Barrens, and I'll go back to the Barrens. These street signs are helpful. So it is a thing to remember that you're even familiar will probably start to attract people. So if you're trying to sneak through somewhere, first thing you do is dispose of your minion. That's a soldier's house. See. Let's go into the houses, look for the remains. Sounds like. I was looking for amazing ground. Let's see what you get. Good to know. Anything? Oh, she's always in this building. It tells me, oh, there she is. No, she's level 10. So they're over here level 8. Could be a troublesome fight. I think she respawned. So they must each have their own buildings. Remember this. One of them is in these one of these mills. It's just slowly coming back. To that tower, this. It's one of these towers you can go up inside. Might be wrong. I seem to remember something about that. Let's go see. Must be something in that line. We have to go. That was weird. I don't know if she's the only one. You have to kill some of these and they show up. Oh, there's that. Trigger must be one of That's just a fierce one of these. Just kill until it shows up. Regular. You're welcome. All right, time to. Well, northwest corner. He's a ghoul. Oh, I want graveyards. Use some thermal. Two big windmills. Ooh, there he is. I'll head to the rescue. I need to go back to Brill. Well, he must wander. Let's see. No, didn't. We're gonna double check. Yeah, we got a train. But you can see from a lower level standpoint, if you start pulling too many things in that one area, you're in big trouble. And again, I am higher level.
What do you require? Beware the living.
Yeah, if you're level 6 to 8, I wouldn't be as reckless as I am going through here. In this game, probably will lead to being you're more powerful than you are when you go into.
I am forsaken. Remember, patience, discipline. Goodbye.
Oops, what's going on here? There must be something else I'm missing upstairs. Oh, yeah, trade.
Speak quickly.
Corruption rate 2.
Beware the living.
So, first of requisites. Trained life. That one comes in handy.
And you are. Do not seek death.
I'm listening. Remember, patience, discipline.
We'll look at the okay. We have to go to Undercity at some point. What's this stuff I don't need in the bank? So you can see how I already got the silver pine ores because of mine up level. I can just skip this area if I wanted to. But it's fun to explore area. I remember some of it, like I was saying, those windmills. It's probably crazy. Maybe I have to go out and get the fish guys. We'll come back and do those. Oh, it is getting late, so maybe what I'll do is I will do this quest again and call it a night. This is where I'd come originally when it came out. There's something I was gonna have to go kill up there. And the first quest I was looking at, I think it was. Yeah, to recap, you have to watch out for this layer. Now that I understand what's going on with that, because you notice when you come into an area where there's nobody that's in the area, there's a slight tick delay. There's something up here. I don't remember what it is. Because they're great at getting XP from them, but I will from them. What's up? You see how they echo up to my minion. Look what this level 10 rogue does. I'm going to Undercity and turn in our little quest thing. Get that out of our inventory. Hopefully you'll leave a like, subscribe, and set the bell accordingly, and you got kind of a feel for it. First of all, we'll finish in the next video this area, do all the quests, and then head off to the forest, I think. I think we have. Family Crypt, I think, is probably going to be like the fort. Oh, there's a bunch. I was here before in general chat, so I have people asking if people doing it. So yeah, if I was going to make a suggestion, what you want to do is level your character as close to 6 as you can get, and then go to the next starting area. So if you're undead, you want to go up and do a patrol. Then, if you get the nerve up, you want to take Gold Road and Torrent. Or if you're Torrent, get to 6, I'd probably get to 8. Then come over and do a troll and do undead, and then start clearing out the areas respectfully. So in my case, I did the Torrent area first, then I came back and did the troll. I mean the secondary areas, but now I'm doing the secondary area for the third time of the undead, which does give some experience. Enough to make it worthwhile. So that by the time I get to Silverpine, or if I want to go over to, I may go to Crossroads and get that knocked out too, just to get the stuff on my top.
What now? Watch your back.
Go to the magic quarter. I'll call a video there because I can go take care of the other stuff and then come back and get myself prepared for the next video here where we continue on these different places. And what they've talked about a lot in people who have suggested tips, and that is to get what they call throwaway characters to go through areas that you don't know, which makes sense. But on the other hand, you can get a tough character like, well, this one is tough only because she's such a higher level. And get a feeling for what it's like to. So yeah, well, it's a longer leveling process. Many people yeah, don't want to do that. Well, that's fine. I like to be ahead of my area I'm in by quite a bit, and I feel I will do that for Silver Pine as well as for the Barrens. There's a pumpkin in the middle here. They must have just put up these decorations recently. All the stuff appeared elsewhere. It was the first time I did it. Undercity. Since it got decorated. The thing I don't like is this maze you go through. And yes, this is a death trap. If you go through those doors just as you close, you will die. The elevator falls as fast as you fall, and then you land and don't survive. And I've gone in there as it closes on the bottom, but if long as I click the door, I didn't get killed when the elevator came down. So there is that. Occasionally come in and you'll see bodies, and then inside the dead thing fell to their death under city. How do you fall? Oh, man.
What is it?
So with the bank, what can I put? I'll take, I don't need all those pots. This thing I'm just tossing out. This comes in handy on occasion.
Trust no one.
Undercity is a kind. I don't want to say weird. That would be wrong. It's just the most different layout of all the cities. When you think Orgrimmar spread out, Undercity's. Under Bluff is about the only one that's really kind of condensed on the board side. Start with this.
Speak quickly. Dark Lady, watch over you. Goodbye.
So where is... Yeah, so this is level that I can do now, but I think if I was level 10, it'd be a challenge. It's like the to get the you go to get the book for the. I mean, that might be what this is. It's just I'm doing it because
That better be good.
they have all these old stalls down here for the training stuff. And up above, and they have different vendors and whatnot. The auctioneers are on these little angle things up here. There's 4 of them around. Okay, 3. It's all on what you're used to, so if you're used to this, then you go to Ogre, you're not so shocked. So, on that note, please leave a like, subscribe, set the bell accordingly. Check out my books at sellersgr.com, my overall website, geekfengshui.com, and or check out Chaotic Good Brewing here in Castle Matterville, Under Pressure Gold Valley, Southwest Southeast Pound, or venues of similar family, fun-friendly places with events, food, fun, and great people. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, set the bell accordingly.